하나, 둘, 셋.
아케마시테 오메데토 고자이마스. 중국어로는
하나, 둘, 셋.
신년快乐. 영어로는 Happy New Year. 스페니쉬로는 새해 복 많이 받으러.
Mucho picante.
떼하모.
잘했어요.
들린대요. 잘 들린다고 합니다.
네, 그렇습니다.
이게 실시간 토익된
The moment the live broadcast began, it felt less like a scheduled stream and more like a historic reunion unfolding in real time. 7 figures sat together in a warm, softly lit room, surrounded by festive decorations, gentle laughter, and a table filled with food that spoke of comfort, familiarity, and shared history. This was not just another live session. This was OT7 together again, speaking directly to the world, their presence alone enough to send shockwaves across social media within seconds. Fans instantly understood that something significant was about to be revealed, not because of dramatic music or bold statements, but because of the unmistakable energy in the room. Calm, confident, emotional, and deeply meaningful. From the first few minutes, it was clear that this live was different. The members were relaxed yet focused, smiling easily at one another, occasionally falling into laughter that felt intimate and real. There was no rush, no tension, only the sense that they were savoring this moment together as much as the fans were. For many watching, the image itself was overwhelming. OT7, together in one frame, celebrating the new year, sharing food, sharing stories, sharing silence when words were unnecessary. It was a kind of image fans had missed dearly, one that symbolized unity, endurance, and the promise of what lies ahead. As the live progressed, the conversation flowed naturally. They talked about the past year, about growth, challenges, and moments of reflection. Each member took turns speaking, sometimes finishing each other's sentences, sometimes listening quietly with thoughtful expressions. There was a maturity in their tone, a depth that only comes from years of shared experiences. This was not just a group of global superstars speaking to an audience. It was 7 individuals who had walked a long road together, now standing at the edge of a new chapter. What made the atmosphere especially powerful was a sense of intention. Every word felt carefully chosen, not rehearsed, but meaningful. Fans began to speculate wildly in real time. Comments flooded in at an unbelievable speed. Theories stacking upon theories, hearts and tears and excitement colliding in the chat. The phrase, "something big is coming," began trending almost immediately, long before any official announcement was made. Then came the shift in tone. Subtle at first, almost imperceptible, but undeniable. One of the members leaned forward slightly, another nodded slowly, and the room seemed to quiet, even through the screen. They exchanged glances that spoke volumes, the kind of looks only people who trust each other completely can share. When they finally addressed the reason for this OT7 Live, the impact was immediate and profound. They spoke about the future, not in vague terms, not with empty promises, but with clarity and conviction. They confirmed that this reunion was not symbolic, not temporary, and not just for celebration. This was the beginning of something larger, something they've been preparing for quietly, patiently, and deliberately. The announcement was not delivered with fireworks or dramatic pauses, but with sincerity that made it even more powerful. They revealed that OT7 was officially entering a new era together. A full-scale return, planned and structured, involving music, performances, and projects that would once again place all 7 members side by side. This was not just about releasing songs or appearing on stage. It was about reestablishing their identity as 7, moving forward with the lessons they had learned individually, now brought back into a collective vision. The words themselves sent a wave of emotion across the fandom. For many fans, this was the moment they had waited for through uncertainty, distance, and time. Hearing it directly from the members, seeing their expressions as they spoke, made it undeniably real. They emphasized that this decision was not rushed. It was made after long discussions, careful planning, and a shared desire to return stronger, more honest, and more connected than ever before. What stood out most was their emphasis on growth. Each member acknowledged how their individual journeys had shaped them, not just as artists, but as people. They spoke about learning independence, responsibility, and self-understanding, and how those experiences would now influence the group's future work. There was no attempt to erase the past or rush back to old formulas. Instead, They spoke about evolution, about honoring where they came from while embracing where they are now. The announcement also hinted at scale. While details were intentionally limited, their words suggested a project that goes beyond a single album or performance. They spoke of a long-term vision, something designed to unfold over time, allowing fans to experience the journey with them. This was not a comeback meant to make noise and disappear. It was a return meant to last, to build, and to redefine what OT7 represents in this new phase of their lives. As they continued speaking, the emotional weight of the moment became increasingly evident. Some members smiled softly. Others grew visibly emotional, their voices steady but filled with feeling. They thanked fans repeatedly, acknowledging the patience, trust, and unwavering support that had made this moment possible. They made it clear that this announcement was not just for them, but for everyone who had believed in OT7 through every high and low. The live broadcast quickly became a global event. Social media platforms were flooded with clips, translations, and reactions within minutes. Fans across different time zones stayed awake, or woke up early just to witness the moment together. Hashtags related to OT7 dominated worldwide trends, and media outlets began reporting on the live even before it had ended. The power of 7 voices speaking as one was undeniable, once again proving their unmatched influence. Beyond the announcement itself, what truly resonated was the authenticity of the moment. There was no corporate polish, no forced excitement. Just 7 people, sitting together, sharing food, laughter, memories, and a promise. The setting, warm and intimate, reinforced the message. This was about togetherness, about returning to their core, about moving forward without losing themselves. They also addressed expectations, gently reminding fans that while something big is coming, it will unfold naturally. They asked for continued patience and trust, emphasizing that they want to deliver work that is meaningful, not rushed. This honesty only deepened the respect fans felt, reinforcing the bond that has always set their relationship apart from typical artist-fan dynamics. As the live drew closer to its end, the mood shifted once more, becoming lighter, almost celebratory. They joked, teased each other, and shared small moments that reminded everyone why OT7 feels like family, not just a group. The contrast between the weight of the announcement and the warmth of their interactions made the experience even more memorable. When they finally said their goodbyes, wishing everyone a happy new year, it felt less like an ending and more like a beginning. The screen faded, but the impact lingered. Fans were left with tears, smiles, and a renewed sense of excitement for what lies ahead. The phrase, OT7 is back, echoed everywhere, not as speculation, but as a confirmed reality. This OT7 Live was more than an announcement. It was a statement of intent, a reaffirmation of unity, and a promise of a future built together. In a world that constantly changes, seeing 7 individuals choose to walk forward side by side once again carried a powerful message. Whatever comes next, one thing is certain. This moment will be remembered as the night OT7 officially opened the door to their next era, together, stronger, and ready to make history once more.